Here is another from the garden to the plate. And as you guys might not know, I am a very lazy baker. I am a chef by trade, but baking, I just can't be bothered with lots of the fiddly little things that go along with it. So I'm going to show you the easiest, the simplest, and one of the tastiest bread recipes that I know. Now, some of you guys might look at bread and think, that is really hard to do. How do they do that? And it's really not that tricky. It's one of the simplest things that you can do. Follow a few recipes, throw it all together, and it's pretty much done. I'm going to make a ciabatta bread, or ciabatta loaf. And the only really slimmy tricky thing about this is making this, which is the starter. Let me show you here. And it is one of the simplest things to make, but I have to do it yesterday. So last night, before I went to bed, I went in and put all this stuff together, mixed it together, and then set it to rise overnight. And that was about it. You can see how long it took me to take here, and it's just flour, yeast, water, and that is it. Mix it together, it doesn't need to be mixed particularly well, and it rises. And now that I have my mixture here, I am going to add some flour and that sort of stuff to it. So quite honestly, this is not that hard. I'm just throwing everything straight in and weighing it up to 500 grams. A little bit over, doesn't matter. We need a bit of salt. And it may look like a lot of salt, but it does need it. Otherwise, you just end up with a dough that doesn't taste particularly good. And 22 grams of salt. And then we need some warm water. And I have my water. And that just goes straight in there. And then we just need to whack it on the mix. So I have my little dough hook. That goes on. That goes down. And then we just need to mix it. Now, if you see here, this is actually still quite a very moist dough. So it's a lot wetter than a lot of the traditional doughs, but it is actually quite awesome this way. So what we've wanted to do is we want to keep mixing until you can see it's all started to fall away from the edges and it's becoming really dough-like. And this is absolutely perfect for the moment. So right now I am going to whack this back in my oven because I have a fancy new oven and it has a defrost setting which can double as a proofing oven. So I'm going to wrap this up, whack it in there, put the time delay shot on it, and then I'm going out to the movies, I'm going out to visit some friends that just popped out a new kid, and when I come back, I'll be ready to shape it, make it into rolls, and it will be ready to go, and it should be incredible. So I'll see you guys very shortly. And I have gone out, I went and saw Justice League, enjoyed it. Some of my friends had a baby, and went and saw the baby, it was cute. And now I'm home to finish this off, so it doesn't need much maintenance. Also, although I did have one little problem, it kind of exploded on me. So you can see the video here where it just started doing all of the fluffing up as it normally does, and all the yeast was doing its fun work, which was really quite handy. But you can see here that I have my mixture and it's full of all these lovely little holes. And it is stringy and it is awesome. So, as I said, I am a very lazy baker. So what comes in handy right now is that I don't need to shape it, I don't need to do too much work at all, and it is so easy just to get out. So I'll show you guys how easy this is. I have a bit more flour. One thing you do need with this sort of dough is a whole lot of flour on the floor, because otherwise it makes a mess. So flour, tip out the dough. Well, as much as you want for this time. I'm only making 2 rolls worth, so this is probably enough, and the rest of it can last for later. A bit more flour over the top. Let me shape out the size that we want. And I have a little knife, which I forgot to grab. This is just for dividing it, so knife, I want about that size. So cut, cut. And then I have some greaseproof paper. Pick it up. And we are ready to bake. It's seriously that simple. I'll put you back in there for tomorrow. And then we whack it straight in the oven. Now, all the baking times, temperatures, and all that sort of stuff are on my website, which will be in the links below. But I whack this sucker straight in there and let it bake. So I'm going to set the time delay camera on this one again so you guys can watch it popping up. And just a quick little tip for it, when you want to know if they're done and you're not quite sure, if you give it a bit of a flick, you can hear a hollow sound and it just lets you know that they're cooked. Now, my rolls here are fresh out of the oven and fantastic. They smell incredible. But you got to do a little bit more than roll, because otherwise it's not really from the garden to the plate if I'm not using anything from the garden. So I'm going to make myself some awesome rolls. I've got a turkey burger and some beetroot, some lettuce, so I'm going to run out to the garden, grab that stuff, and then make my burger. Well, with me being a twit, I forgot to hit record on the camera, and we missed the part of me cooking off these burgers. But I basically got some some turkey mince, seasoned it, grilled it on each side, put some cheese on, and then whacked it in the oven. It's pretty simple and easy, and very tasty. And the beetroot just got a bit of oil, seasoning, and thrown in the oven as well. Nothing particularly tricky. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that as much as I'm about to enjoy eating these. So I have some other videos on cooking stuff, on stuff that I've grabbed from the garden, and they're there and there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. Yeah, this is going to be fun.